I love the one where you just kind of like looking off to the side and like, I'm like, what the hell's going on here? What is this? Oh. What's up, guys? I'm Chris.
And I'm Sean.
This is the Whiskey Noobs. So this is the point of the night, and in case you haven't picked up from our previous videos, we film every Saturday night.
We do.
And so when we film on Saturday night, we usually have like one video in mind that we know we want to do.
Yes.
And we do a little bit of preparation for it, not a lot,
a
little bit of preparation, and then we go from there. It kind of we go down the rabbit hole.
We do.
It's like, where do we go?
Yeah.
Depends on how much whiskey we've had, what whiskey we want to drink next. You know,
Yes.
There's a lot of variables.
Yeah.
But ultimately, when we start getting toward the end of the night, it's so funny. I've found that toward the end of the night, we have the least plan.
No plan.
But they end up being our best videos.
They do. Yeah, I agree.
And I don't know if you guys,
if kind of
you know,
impromptu.
for any of those folks that have watched more than one of our videos, if you go through, you know, you kind of can figure out at what point we're feeling pretty good, and we're just filming. We're just
being real.
Kind of forget the camera's there and we just do our thing.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
So we got a bunch of whiskey behind us.
We have a ton of whiskey.
We have no plan here.
No.
So there's a bunch of stuff we could try, right?
Yes.
We could go to the Balcones Rye. I think we've kind of done some Balcones tonight.
I'm good with moving.
I'm good moving off to something else.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Sean has a Thomas S. Moore
from Barton's.
From Barton's, and we thought about trying that.
We've tried it, but we want to try it officially.
I think we want to try it officially, and I think we want to be clear palate because it's good stuff.
It is.
We want to know a little bit more about it, so we're going to hold off on that one.
We've got a Jim Beam Devil's Cut that I purchased on a whim.
Yeah.
And so we moved on.
I think we're going to land on my new Scotch.
Yeah.
Because Sean shared all his new whiskey lately.
Yep.
And so I thought maybe I'd share one of mine. So this is the Glenmorangie. This is a Speyside distiller. Mm-hmm. We were told that Speyside was the way we should go.
It's the gateway.
As an entry level, you know, to Scotch. And so this is going to have a lot of the more familiar flavors for someone who's into American whiskey. Not so much of the, how do we say it, the mermaid BO.
The solvent.
Band-Aids.
Burnt rubber.
Oh, that was going to be mine. Adhesive. You know, so this is going to be more of like your sweeter profile, just a little tamer, right? And so I picked this one up, actually a really good value for a Scotch. I think about $42
compared to what we spent on the other two that we
here
tried,
in the U.S.
That's pretty good.
It is on the younger side for Scotch. It's only 10 years.
Okay. It's got a bourbon. It's got a
beautiful bottle. To me, it reminds me a lot of a wine bottle. It's
a little more flair to it though. It's got the whiskey bottle bottom and the wine bottle top.
You know what I love about Scotch is it comes with a nice box.
It does. And you know what I like? It's called a Glenmorangie. And it's an orange box.
What does that have to do with it being an orange box?
The color orange is in the name.
Orangey?
Yes, take out the IE or the I. It's orange.
The Glenmorangie.
That was all that kept standing out to me. Like
not all the Glenmorangie boxes are orange. I don't think this is orange. I think it's closer to a yellow than it is an orange.
No, that's an orange. This is a yellow.
Well, this is like school bus yellow. That's like, I don't know. Anyway, we're
school bus orange, maybe.
Completely off topic here. So, in true Whiskey Noobs fashion, we're going to get through this. Folks, this is what I have to deal with, right? No professionalism whatsoever. You just can't pull it together. Right. We're just gonna have 5 minutes of you laughing.
I'm sorry, it's like you're editing, but I can't even. Oh my god, I couldn't.
So if
I
you
had
didn't
to
pick
get it
up,
out.
if you didn't pick up on that, I do all the editing
He
for the
does.
videos.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so here lately it's kind of evened out though because Sean spent way more money on whiskey.
Exactly. I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
So I've invested time and Sean's invested money. Yeah.
Time is money. It is not by any means slanted neither way.
So here's full disclosure. In true Whiskey Noobs fashion,
Yeah.
we are going to try a
Glenmorangie.
43% alcohol by volume after just trying a 124 proof.
Yeah. That was like...
That blew our minds.
Yeah.
Rum cast finish, the Balcones.
But that's not what this is about. We are focusing on the Glenmorangie. We're working on getting into Scotch.
Yeah, so this is a pretty tame Scotch.
Yeah.
I've already had it. It's,
Cheater.
I don't want to give any of the tasting notes. Sean has not had it.
No,
so I'm not going to give anything away. I found that when I say stuff, it plants things in his head.
Vice versa.
Yeah, so I'm going to... Yeah, oh, for sure, vice versa. Yeah, I'm like, where the hell did that tasting note? Yeah, butter. Yeah.
Anyway.
So I'm going to let Sean do all the nosing on this.
Yeah, that's the Glenfiddich 14. Right there.
They're very similar.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, coming from a similar region in Scotland, being a Speyside.
It's pear, but I get a little more, there's a different type of a lighter
I
wood.
hope I'm right on that. Man, it'd be really funny if it was not.
Ooh, what?
It'd be funny if it wasn't a Speyside. I'm fairly certain this is a Speyside.
Oh, you're doubting your
yeah.
Scotch
I'm fairly certain it's a Speyside. I don't have any Scotch.
Exactly.
knowledge.
That's what I was like.
Yeah, but I'm just based off of what folks recommended. I'm pretty sure this comes from the Speyside because it came down to this, the Balvenie, and the Glenfiddich. Those were like the top three, and those are the three Scotches that I own.
Yep.
And so yeah, to me,
sounds like a tasting.
So you kind of get those pear.
Definitely the pear.
You get the pear.
Very light fruit. You said fruit cocktail on another earlier. This is a light fruit cocktail right here. Like just.
So the other one was a heavy syrup. This is a light syrup.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Yeah. Like this is on the very light side of that.
Yeah, I get pear. I get a little bit of spice.
Mm-hmm. I do get spice. I get just a hint of spice.
It smells good.
It does.
It does. It just smells.
Crisp.
It just smells nice.
It's crisp, is what it is. It's got a very crisp smell to it.
Yeah. I mean, to me, that's the pear.
Mm-hmm.
That's it's like a fresh pear.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. I already know what to expect. And let's see what Sean makes.
Ooh, that had more on the palate than I expected. Way more on the palate. That's a decently long finish. Wow. Okay. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah, I was actually pretty impressed by it.
That was the palate on that front, middle, all the way through just had something different to offer every single time.
All right.
Wow.
So the Scotches that Sean and I have tried recently.
Mm-hmm. The Balvenie. That's a $70 bottle.
Yeah, so price-wise, you're talking 60, 70, 40. Yeah. So
price.
So you got 40, 60, 70.
Mm-hmm.
So I will say this. This was my favorite, and probably still is.
Yeah.
It would not taking price into consideration.
No. But as far as how it's put together in the overall journey and delivery of it, yeah, by far.
Yeah. So if price wasn't a consideration, this one would be my favorite. It's not the most expensive, and keep in mind, $10. What's $10?
Yeah.
No
Yeah, between these two, they're in the same line.
This to me was a lot lighter. Finish was very, very short on it. It was.
How much have we had of this? I just want to see since we've tried. Have we?
I think I've had a decent.
Have you?
Of it.
Oh, okay. That's what I didn't know if you lived with it a little bit. Oh, you have.
Yeah, I've had a decent amount of it.
So
it's smooth. It's smooth. It's an easy drinker. So this is something that I can just drink. Like while I'm cooking dinner, I'll pour this, and just and have a pour of it.
Yep.
It's not something that I'm pouring a lot of. It's just have a couple ounces, enjoy it.
Yep.
Yeah. The Glenfiddich to me has a little bit stronger flavor profile, a little bit longer finish than the Balvenie.
Definitely longer finish. Yeah.
But for $42,
Dude, that, as far as scotches that I've tasted so far, that has the most complex profile and longest finish that I've ever had. And I was a little surprised when I tasted it. The smell definitely gave away the proof. When I tasted it, I started rethinking. Like, that could be 100 proof.
It definitely delivers higher on the proof than a 43%.
Mm-hmm.
I don't dislike that at all.
That's some apple pie on the front of the tongue. And then and it's so spicy all the way to the end. Spicy. Wow.
You know those little candies, the little like donuts, and it's like what are they called? Like apricot. It's apricot candies, like the apricot gummies.
Rings,
the little rings. Yeah. I'm getting that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know if I would go apricot so much as I would go more of like an apple. Like, I'm getting more of a spicy apple than I am the apricot. That's just me. But maybe, I can see either way. Like, I get that same...
Maybe like a dried apple.
Yeah. Because it's a little more...
Like a trail mix type.
A little more dense. Yeah.
Ooh, now when I say trail mix, maybe I'm getting a little bit of raisin in there too.
I got a little bit left. Let's see. Definitely a little bit of raisin. A little bit of that, just that concentrated dried.
Little Debbie oatmeal cake.
Oh.
You know, like the oatmeal cookies with the cream in the center?
Definitely on the front of the tongue. Definitely where I get that from.
This is what I have to say about...
It's a little oatmeal, yeah.
What I'm getting from... This is what I like about the scotches we've had so far.
Yeah.
And keep in mind, we've had what folks would call friendly scotches.
Yeah. Gateway, very beginner.
Right. Yeah. Not gateway for everybody, but seem to be the consensus of these are the scotches you should try.
Yeah.
To be as low proof as they are. Right? And now we have said in the past that we enjoy high proof. We don't always necessarily care for complexity as long as we get big, bold, in-your-face flavor.
You get about 2 or 3, maybe 4 or 5 flavors.
We're good with that.
Boom, yeah.
All 3 of these, I will say, do a really good job of delivering complexity with a lower proof.
Yeah.
Because I can pick up a lot of different flavors from these 3.
Yeah.
And honestly, based off of what I remember having these, and I've lived with them a little bit, you know, just personally. And only having them, not having a bunch of other whiskeys before them, right?
Yeah.
Right now, this guy's a little more complex, maybe even than the other 2.
Oh, I mean, it definitely stands apart from these 2. If you watch the previous video where we tried both of these, I mean, this one by far gets the best reaction, you know. And we've had a lot of whiskey tonight, you know. I mean, we really have, and a lot of really bold whiskeys. So for that to stand out,
it's actually really impressive to me because I don't think if we were to pull off some of our budget bottled and bond bourbons, I don't think they would be delivering on the flavor profiles and the complexity that this is delivering right now.
You know, here's what I'll tell you.
Man, that's good.
Remember when we did our high proof battle and we had the infinity bottle in that?
The complexity didn't win.
It didn't.
And we even said we could pick up on all the complexity.
That's what this is. So if we put this on some of the bottle and bonds of Dickel, the Evan Williams, the JTS Brown, or even the Old Tub, you know, any of those, I don't know if we'd know what to do with that. It might fall in the middle somewhere, you know.
There's nothing scientific about this, right?
It's art.
And we're not trying to be suggestive. And at the end of the day, what you like is what you like. And why would you pay any attention to our tasting notes? You just need to taste it yourself. But what I will say is, I think that this, in my opinion, I would choose this. And now you know how much I love Evan Williams Bottled and Bond. I mean, it's a great. I mean, it's incredible. I sing its praises. Yeah. If I had to choose this or the Evan Williams Bottled and Bond to drink every day the rest of my life,
Forever
Sipper, this would win.
Really?
Now keep in mind price. I mean, this is nowhere close. This is $42. That's $13. But I would choose this as a daily sip. This I can just live, and that's one thing I'll say about Scotch. I could just live with any 3 of these bottles. Just on a daily basis, just have something to sip and just enjoy and chill.
That means when you drink it, it surprises you just enough that you keep drinking it.
Sure.
I think that's what it is. That's that complexity that Scotch is known for.
Yeah, I enjoy all 3 of these. And again, these are on the tamer side of things. I'm kind of looking forward to when we start trying some of the higher proof stuff. Hey, that's a good point, and it would be a great comment.
Please.
If you know of any scotches that carry a higher proof, and we may have asked this question before, but any scotches that carry a higher proof that you would recommend?
I would say anything over the 90 to 95%. I mean, as high as you can get. Like, we're just curious.
90, 95 proof.
Yes, 90, 95 proof.
Okay.
Yeah, not percent. Sorry. Yeah.
Lots of whiskey.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say if you have any of the higher proof scotches to recommend, definitely drop it in the comments. I would say we're still trying to stay away from the Band-Aids,
The burnt rubber,
the iodine,
solvent,
the mermaid BO. Yeah, all that stuff. We're trying to still stay away from that stuff. We're just not there
yet.
But if you got some higher proof stuff, we definitely would love to hear.
Yeah.
I think we've discussed maybe moving into some different regions. We talked about lowlands, maybe moving into the lowlands. We've talked about maybe moving into highlands.
Yeah.
And so yeah, if you got some recommendations of some stuff, I don't think we're at the point for Islas yet.
No.
That's
the mermaid beer.
Kind of want to. We're not there yet. We're trying to gradually build our.
We will get there.
Yeah, we did the same thing.
Happening.
We did the same thing with bourbon. We started out with a lot of craft and budget bourbons,
smooth,
lower proofs.
Yep.
To build our way up to some of the really high proof stuff we enjoy.
Yeah.
So yeah, drop us a comment if you got some scotches you would recommend. But Glenmorangie, this is the 10.
Yeah.
The 10 year. Oh my gosh, I've totally messed this up. This says Highland.
Oh, it's a Highland.
This is a Highland single malt Scotch whiskey.
That might be.
So here I am, again, folks, that's the beauty of the Whiskey Noobs. We don't pretend to know anything we don't know. We're just here having fun, talking about things we don't talk about.
Introducing
I strongly suggest you verify anything you hear from us because
all of it.
We're just here to talk, and this is one of the later videos in the night, so don't trust anything you hear. But I will tell you this: subjectively, good stuff.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, if you can find it, and it should be fairly available. So
yeah, I've seen it.
It was supposed to be a great Scotch to get you into the door. Yeah. So thanks so much, guys. If you haven't already, hit the notification bell.
Please subscribe.
And we'll see you next time. Take care.
See you.